Well, good morning. I'm all fired up, ready to go with the dredge, or pretty close to it, and I got a flat tire. Running across the beach, these old balloon tires just cut them all to shit, so now I've got the flat free tires. Here's the new pump I got all situated. Here's a side view of the engine. We're going to see if this thing pumps water like a son of a gun. I'm sure it will. We'll have more pictures later. Flat tire on the floating dredge. Makes a lot of sense to me. Okay, here's Sammy the sucker with a new pump, new intake system. I don't know if that engine's quite big enough to push that pump. I mean, that is full throttle right there. Haven't really tried to idle it down much, but it seems to be working pretty good. You kind of see the mats are fairly cleaning out. Not too shabby. The middle one's kind of aggressive. Having to put this water on this side of it to try to keep it balanced out with the way the waves are pushing. We didn't make the low tide early, but we're making the high tide to see if it's going to work out okay. So far so good. Heck of a lot more pressure. Heck of a lot more pressure in the way of suction pressure. I'm pretty happy with it. Pretty happy. Yeah, a really old Keene dredge that I've just kind of cobbled back together. I wrote to Pat King and he said it was a vintage late 70s, early 80s with these floats. He said he was amazed that they were still in one piece, not cracked in half. This old yellow stuff was really UV sensitive, these floats. That old foot valve was broke, but I ran ahead and cut the top part of it off and just reattached it as the original foot valve. It seemed to be working pretty good. Alright, more later. Well, this is kind of the hard part about dredging in the goddamn salt water. It's really not too bad, but these waves are enough to mess with me. You see every now and then the damn thing will go right in the bottom of the box. You know that ain't helping the damn gold stay in the box. Well guys, we're going to leave old Sammy down in the water for the night. Got the hoses up in behind that big old log. It's going to be a 20-footer in the middle of the night. Everything should be fine. God willing. Okay, alright, here we go. Went out there. Nasty, not the best of the weather, but we ran the big triple. Don't know how much I'm going to get. So now the next step is I brought the mats home in 3 different buckets. I got the left mat with the river hog, extra river hog. the one I originally had, and then of course the center sluice. So I just took the mats out and I cleaned them. I mean, I only did one clean out. That's what I get for one clean out. First sluice bed, that's 4 foot of sluice on each one of them. Well, that was only about 3. But, so now the next step is I cleaned them, and now I'm just going to go ahead and run them through. There's no classifying screen. I could put a 3/8 screen in it. I actually have a 3/8 screen that I can put down in there. But I'm just going to go ahead and run it raw and see what happens. I've used a piece of downdraft on the beginning, 2 washers, and then down here, just for shits and grins, I've been trying different ones. I've been trying the Razorback, been trying the UR, and since I had a piece, I got a piece of Bedrock that I've tried. Just on the bottom ones, I'm seeing which one might catch the best one. But for the first time, I'm trying this extra piece of scrap River Hog. So we're going to see. We're going to go ahead and run it and see what happens. And then what I'll do is I'll probably just, after I do the pan out and everything else, I'll do one more. I'll just box it all back up and run it through and then test that bottom one again. Maybe. We'll see. Depends if they get greedy. I see that gold. Sometimes I just want to put it in the bottle. Okay, there's bucket number 1. There's bucket number 1. This is what I got left for tailings in there. Try to work it up there. Let's see, try to get this centered and squared. Starting to see all the lead show up and a little piece of copper wire. There is gold in it, but not much. Not on that first, not on the middle bucket. I didn't figure there's really not that much in the middle bucket most of the time. The middle sluice is just my big rock. I did have one piece that got hung up in the hopper. I'll show that. That got hung up in the hopper with me not screening it down at all. But that was the only rock that got hung up. By the way, this is being ran at a 13-degree angle. But I don't seem to be ripping any rooster tails, and it's liking it. And I like the 13. I mean, I ride motorcycles. I always thought 13 was a cool number. Okay, so here is the second run. Now down here in this River Hog, it is still dancing, but it's not dancing radically. And again, it's a 13-degree pitch. So, but like I thought, I was going to start seeing more and more of the lead start showing up, which I did. And we're starting to see the gold further up here in the washer, because we figured we would, and the lead. And then right up here in the downdraft, I've still got a couple of big chunkers. I could just knock them down a little bit. But there's a piece of copper wire with 2 big pieces of lead shot, and a bunch more lead shot up here in the downdraft. And then up here in the very top of the downdraft where it first falls in, there's lines of gold too. So now we dump the last one on here, and then we'll pan it out and see what happens. Okay, here's the last bucket, and there's gold in it. I don't know how much gold, we won't know till the pan out. Got lead, as expected. The downdraft caught good. And then with the washer, it caught really, really good. Again, the washer. I am noticing I've got it down here at the very bottom. I've got some really like minus 200 gold right here in that ramp of that River Hog. I am kind of surprised that I have a piece of lead all the way down here in that last piece of the River Hog. And I got a couple of fairly good sized chunkers of lead right there, right in that River Hog as well. But at least I know I'm catching the really heavies in these bigger grooves. In case there was a bigger gold nugget that might have escaped up high, it should have rolled down and got caught in this. But it is building up a bit more than I thought it would. Even with almost, you know, that's 750 GPH pump with 6-inch white sluice. It should have been enough to clear this out at a 13-degree angle. This washer mat is fairly clean. There is gold right along that edge, right there at the very bottom. Tiny bit right there, but that's also some garbage material right there, you can also see. And then we got this we got this lead ball over here that just keeps dancing around. It's got the motion. The mats are definitely active all the way up and down it. And I got some gold. I'm hoping tomorrow, this was only about a hour run at best, but I also assembled my dredge and everything else. I did the final glue ends, so I'm pretty happy with the amount of gold that I got for just only about an hour's worth of dredging. My gloves had a hole, my hands got soaking ass wet, and they were cold muddy. Not exactly warm up here in Alaska right now. Okay, so now I've concentrated all three of the buckets of concentrates through the mats, and I've cleaned out all the mats that were in this loose box, bang, 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 the 4 mats into this one gold pan. Now I'm going to go ahead and get the water off of it. I'm going to put the washer mat in here, and I'm going to do it one more time. Just do one more quick run, and then we'll see how much more material I have left to pan. So right now I have, this is a big gold pan. I mean, as big as my hand. So we'll see how much more it concentrates it down from there. Okay, well, there's a quick tap up of what I had. I mean, it's definitely not refined, but there's a bit of gold in there. The real question is, it's going to be in these 2 pans right here. Okay, here's the catch pan for the losses on the washer mat. If there's really any big gold, it should be in that one, and then this one here is all three of the mats. We'll see what kind of losses are in this one too. So the ones I'm going to pan first are probably going to be this one and then that one, and then I'll worry about I know I got gold, but I just don't know how much I lost. But I don't think it's all that damn much. Okay, and that is the amount that I've got out of the aggressive matting, not the washer matting, but the aggressive matting from all 3 sluice boxes. That's my losses there. So that's what I was wanting to see on that. So now it's going to be the main pan. Okay, there's the losses out of the washer mat. We'll have to put it on the scale and see what happens. Okay, for my Saturday with the new pump on the dredge, the new intake, here is my way out. I only ran for about an hour and 15 minutes. Okay, there's 20.4 grains. 24.4 grains. 24.4 grains of gold in the sluice today for about an hour and a half. I'm pretty happy with it. My brother had bad news, man. His pump died. His cheap red lion Chinese pump ate big dog turds today, so he bumming down on Prince of Wales Island, and I got more gold than him, so ha ha ha.